sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 right here in Memphis, Tennessee. And hello all you good folks in Brownsville on 95.3 and, of course, 1520 a.m. and in Jackson, Tennessee on 101.5 FM. This is fifth Saturday. It's hard to believe. May is almost over. It's just amazing. It seemed like these two guys were just on the other day. But
happy Memorial Day weekend to you too.
Yes, and happy Memorial weekend to you, Dave Gabbert, and Eugene Smith. Good morning to both of you guys. Y'all.
Good morning.
Yeah, you sound like you're wide awake, and I'm not sure if you're alert, but you're wide awake. And I'm another year.
I'm Baptist.
Oh, you're Baptist. Oh, okay. Well, I'm another year older, so I've.
I like this time of year. The sun, is up about 5:30. About 5:20, it starts getting daylight. So
yes.
when you
Yep.
do this show, I can sit out on the back deck, drink coffee, and listen to all the birds singing.
Listen to
I
all
feel
the
like I'm at a golf tournament.
Yeah, and then you listen to us talk, and you think you are with the birds. So it's good. And Dave is getting ready to take off to his annual pilgrimage. Where are you going soon, Dave?
Next week I'll be getting ready to make a trip up to the World Recreation and Shooting Center there at Sparta, Illinois, to participate in the U.S. Open, and that's coming up. And it's finally that
it's in Sparta.
Right, Sparta, Illinois. The shooting events has finally moved back to Sparta, with Illinois opening up. Since all this madness started.
Yes.
Last year they had to move the Grand American from the facility up there over to Missouri because
I remember
you couldn't have a large group of people together.
Even though you're outdoors, and which you will be, and you're talking about a large group, folks. How many do they expect normally, Dave, up there?
There'll probably be about 500 shooters there.
Yeah.
There might be a little less depending on how the ammo situation.
That is true.
Is turning out, because that seems to be listening to some of the chats on some of the websites and stuff. Dealing with the Clay Target Sports, that seems to be a lot of some of the problem. For shooters, the shooting, and some of the suppliers that do have ammo, when they come to the tournaments like that, they will only sell to the competitors, and they will only sell the amount of targets that you're shooting. So if you're
you can't
one of
stock
them
up
100 targets, and
Yeah.
you get 4 boxes of shells.
You can't stock up. And what about the reloading? I know you do that. Are you able to get most of your
the components out there? If you're not stocked up, it's like you're wandering in the wilderness.
Really?
Especially when it comes to primers, and this was happening 7-8 months ago. So But yeah, nobody. About lead shot is probably the only reloading commodity for shot shells that you could find out there. A lot of the wad manufacturers are out of stock because they're having trouble getting the plastics.
Just amazing. Just amazing. And, it has a supply and demand because they can't get workers, can't get trucks, whatever it might be, and of course everything's stacked up now with the I-40 bridge here in Memphis, as everybody knows. If you're heading west, you got to plot out plans and everything. But if you're heading east or heading north or northeast, like Dave will be, and even folks right now, this Memorial Weekend, Gene, I know Shelby Forest is your special go-to place. I guarantee you it'll be packed this weekend, won't it? I mean, with so much going on. Gene, have we lost Gene? We've only been on the air 3 minutes, and we've lost Gene. So I guess Gene will come back eventually, I hope. So we'll just continue talking to Dave. And Dave, as I was telling you earlier, we're going to have a jam-packed show this morning. We're going to talk a little boating safety with Betsy Woods, TWRA Safe Boating. This is boating education. This is Safe Boating Week. It ends on the 31st. And then we're going to talk St. Jude Bass Classic. That is Sunday at Sardis Lake. So we'll talk to Gary Conklin about not only the St. Jude Bass Classic, but also fishing for the kids. Tim Huffman, our good friend out of Bryant, Arkansas, has written a book here that he has teamed with two of the best when it comes to crappie fishing, Travis and Charles Bunting. And we'll talk with him about his book called 300-Plus Crappie Fishing Tips. That's a lot of tips. And then my man with the Frog Togs. I have on my Frog Tog shoes this morning, and that is Will Fowler, Director of Marketing for Frog Togs in Arab, Alabama. And we'll close out the show with the Little Red River fishing report, as we do on the first Saturday of each month, with longtime guide Jay Gutermuth and Lindsay White, the general manager at Lindsay's Resort, which I know is jam-packed this weekend. And, Dave, there'll be a lot of folks on the water, won't they? I guess, am I here by myself, Shelby? I'm not able to hook up with Dave and Gene. These are crazy. When you're doing a radio show, you don't really know who's there and who's not. But I know me and Shelby McCall are here, and I'm asking questions. I'm thinking I'm talking to my wife sometime here, because it's just it's really strange to do a radio show and think somebody's there and they're not there. So who do we have now? Who's there? Dave, you there? We're having trouble hooking up here. No Dave, no Gene, and Shelby is going frantically around as we do this, but we'll get all this worked out. We've done it before in almost 20 years on the air. If we don't, we'll just smooth on along, because we've got a great group of guests coming up on Outdoors with Larry Ray as we do roll toward that 20th year on the air coming up in August. And so if we keep losing them, we'll bring them back. So do we have somebody now? We got Dave?
I'm back.
Dave is back. Man.
I never left. I kept talking to you and hearing you and Gene. And
well, we couldn't hear you, so that was the problem there. So I guess we hear you now loud and clear.
Okay, I just want to know, are your shoes waterproof?
My shoes are waterproof, yes. If Frog Togs is doing it, we're going to be waterproof. Got Gene Smith back on the line. I was telling Gene before difficulty, Gene, about this being Memorial Weekend. We know Shelby Forest will be packed, won't it?
Oh, yeah. We're a good crowd there. The Nature Center is open. We've got some new rangers out there. They're doing all the new stuff. And
also, this is also a day the Mid-South chapter of Quail Forever is having their big fish fry today, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, at Oakland on the practice grounds where we practice for quail.
Yes, yeah.
And having a fish fry, we're going to raise money for Scholastic Clays.
Is that so? There's a lot of things going, as I mentioned, with Safe Boating Week and then Shelby Forest. You do not have to cross the bridge, either of the bridges, to have entertainment, outdoor activities going on this weekend. We're getting really close to Free Fishing Weekend coming up. We'll talk a little bit about that later on. If we can keep Gene and Dave, our brother Daryl and Daryl, active in here. I don't know what's...
You can talk about your upcoming big swim because, you usually trout fish over there this time of year. So.
I'm going. Yes, I am going. I'll talk about that next week because I will be over at the Little Red, which we'll talk about at the very end of today's show. I will be fishing over there on June the 7th. June the 7th, I will be on there, but I'm looking forward. And here it is, right here. Let's see, Saturday, June 6th is Free Fishing Day in Tennessee. Yep. There you go. We need to let people know that. So 1 week from today, Free Fishing Day in Tennessee, resident or non-resident, any age. But Free Fishing Day is Saturday, June the 6th, and then it runnings through. We have through the following Friday, June the 12th, is free fish the entire week for kids 15 old or younger. So
15
that's
and younger.
15 and younger. So that lets Gene Smith out. I don't know about Dave, but I think Gene's not eligible at 15 and under. You are older than 15, aren't you, Gene? So
yeah, kind of. A few moons,
many moons. I think there's many moons about that. But anyway, all right, we're going to take our first break of the morning. Then we're going to talk safe boating with Betsy Woods.
Maybe we won't disappear this time.
Don't disappear on me. Hang on. We'll be right back.